Welcome to the Order of Skaya YouTube channel. I'm Kerr Cahulan. You know, it's probably not surprising to find that justice is one of the principles of chivalry that is part of the code of chivalry of our Order of Knights, the Order of Skaya. It certainly fits into the myth of the knight in shining armor, the myths of heroes and heroines that you've probably read as kids. And it certainly is a principle that fits into the career that I'm still pursuing after 35 years. Law enforcement is all about bringing people to justice, bringing criminal perpetrators to criminal court, dealing with civil disputes by taking them to civil court. And I'm sure that you've probably been involved in situations where you've seen or been part of grievances that were dealt with by an organization. Our organization, Order of Knights, has got a process where we can resolve issues between members when issues come up. So justice is probably very definitely something that you'd expect to see involved with knights. The interesting thing is that I think justice is tied very closely to that concept of perception, which is part of a lot of the other precepts I've talked about in other videos, because it deals with point of view. And what may seem to be justice to you may not seem to be justice to somebody else. Really, justice is not about retribution, but balance. And in other videos you've heard me talk about the knight walking down that knife edge and maintaining the balance between the powers in their life. It's perfectly okay to become angry about things. I mean, that's a natural reaction. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's good to acknowledge that you're feeling that way. But too often what I see in the pagan community that I'm part of, in the world that I've been policing for the last 3.5 decades, are situations where people get angry and then they stand up on that soapbox and they vent. They get on the internet, they get on the email or the chat group or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and they go on and on and on about how they are angry about someone or something. And really that's cowardly, because they never actually deal with the problem. They never actually go and confront the person who they're upset with. And what the knight needs to do, if they have found themselves in a situation like that, is go directly to the person that they have the concern with and state their case and tell that person what it is that they are concerned about. And then they need to be respectful enough to listen and hear what that other person has to say. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking people with you for support, and it is a good idea to take somebody there as an impartial arbitrator. But the best way to deal with these situations is to resolve them, to restore the balance. There's this old saying, don't get mad, get even. I think it is more accurate to say, don't get mad, get balance. There's no courage in venting. You have to face whatever it is that you're upset with, and nothing's going to get better unless you do. And that's the best way to resolve them and restore the balance you need to have in your life. And it's all about karma. You don't have to be the instrument of justice, the instrument of retribution. What you need to be is, as a knight, the karma accelerator. You need to let karma take its course. Very often there's very little you need to do except state your case and let things come out the way that they're supposed to. Because as you know, whatever you put out there, you get back. It's that law of threefold return. And if they're someone that you're having problems with is truly doing something negative and something that is causing damage, they will get that back. They will. And you don't need to be the person that gives it back to them. It'll happen. All you need to do is sit back and let karma take its course. So remember, one of the things that our Order of Knights says in its knighthood oath is to go forth into the world in defense of the weak and be glorious, and to do your will while harming none. Remember, don't get angry, get balance. Go out there and be glorious. Thanks for listening.